Welcome back to another weekly Power Ranking with your Coach Frenchy. Don't go nowhere. We are back for another Power Ranking for the Hockey Nation live show, week number 11. And we have a new team again at the top of the Power Ranking this week. So don't leave before you know all. You stay with us until to the end to see who are they, who is a number one this week. So let's start right away to see number 31. And this week is the Anaheim Ducks. They are 0-2-1, a team struggle. They cannot find a way to win weeks after weeks, night after night, game after game. And we know that the team have a very difficult time since the injury of the goaltender, John Gibson. And that's maybe one of the reasons why they struggled this year. John did not play the level he's supposed to be. And I think the injury is one of the reasons the team struggled, to be honest with you. Another team in the West Division, the Los Angeles Kings, 1-3-0. I'll be honest with you, the last 3 weeks the team struggled. Jonathan Quick, after a stretch, a very good stretch at some point, have a really difficult time now. It's 1-6-0, over 3.80 goal again average. And Los Angeles cannot find a way to beat the opponent team like Anaheim, San Jose, Arizona, the team they should beat to stay in the course for this play in the playoff. But I don't think so. What happened? The surprise again is the Detroit Red Wings 1-2-1. A team really perform weeks after weeks and since month ago. And we have to give them credit. So it's the first time they're over 30. It's been always 30, 31. So congrats to the Red Wings to be now 29 and stay there for the second weeks of the back-to-back. So good job for the Red Wings to beat last week the Tampa Bay Lightning. Here we go. A team jump a 3 spot after 18 game, win less any game, and they won last week, and they are 2-0-2. This is the best week of the year. Did not lose any game at 4 games. They have at least a minimum of 1 point, jump of 31 to 28. We have to give credit to the new head coach over there, Don Granado. Find a way for Buffalo to have a good time, to enjoy right now. And we can see a couple of smiles in their face for sure. Another team fall apart since a month ago. It's a Columbus Blue Jacket. Nothing's doing well right now. John Tortorella, I don't think so. He would be back next year. Another team 1-3-0. Patrick Laney, worst 1 goal in the last 19 game. They're not going to make the playoff. It's almost over for them. I expect a lot of chance for the Columbus Blue Jacket at some point. Maybe a couple of players maybe become a sailor and before the deadline and maybe trade 1 or 2 players. We'll see what happens with them. Number 26, the New Jersey Devils. Listen, 0-1-2. Did not win. They should win at least 1 game. They fight. They find a way to stay in the game. They lose a heartbreaking game some point, 3-2, 5-4. And, but again, it's in a team at the bottom of the East Division, very strong division there. But they learn to get better. I think the future for the Devils would be great. They just need to be patient with them. And they play also without their captain, Nico Urshire, for the last couple of weeks. Another team that very surprised me is the Ottawa Senators. For the first time, they are the best of the Power Ranking Hockey Nation Live show so far, 25th. They jumped 1 spot, 1-1-0 last week. They have the off week and find a way to beat the Montreal Canadiens. They lost against them also. But again, they are really surprised everybody in the NHL with those rookies in the lineup. Another team is falling apart, a little bit like Columbus for the last few weeks, is the Chicago Blackhawks. This is the worst ranking they got this year. 24. They again another weeks of not 500, 1-2-0. I don't think so right now. They're going to make the playoff. It's a bit too much for them. But you never know. But you can see right now that teams start to struggle more and more. And at some point, is that the reality happening right now? And another team, John, really is the San Jose Sharks. The best start of the season for them for weekly, 4-0-0. Joan, it was the third star of the week, the second star. I'm sorry. A team right now is fighting to have a spot in the West Division. They are fifth in the division, couple of points behind Arizona Coyotes. But we'll see how they're going to do this week. And very surprised what the Sharks turn around, maybe turn around for the rest of the year and maybe find a way to make the playoff. This another team struggle more and more. 0-3-0 Calgary Flames. Now they are 6-7, 5-6 in the North Division. 1-8-0 the last 9 game under the new coach. Um, Daryl Sutter. It's a team right now. I don't see how they can perform, to be honest with you. I think that's the end for them, to be honest. And it's really a team really have a really difficult time. Talking about hard time, that's another one. Lost the seven last game. Is a St. Louis Blues 0-2-0. Out of the playoff right now in the West Division, in the Central Division, and they have at the West Division. I apologize. And Arizona just beat them, and now they are 7 and 8, and that's the worst so far in the standing for St. Louis. And I don't know what they're going to do. To be honest with you, they are the bottom with Anaheim and Kings, and that's not really good over there. I'm very surprised right now. They slowly coming back together. We'll see what they're going to do this week, but they have 2-1-1, good 2 weeks recently. They are getting close to the, Nashville and Chicago, and we'll see if they can continue to do this until the last quarter of the season. And they still have a couple of games in hands, but very surprised what Dallas did last week. Vancouver, unfortunately, this is really sad. They are in the COVID situation, 19. Maybe they're not going to return to play. I dropped them the 2 spot because honestly, they cannot play. And other team have a good weeks, but we wish the best for the players, for the organization, and I expect not them at least 2 weeks not come back on the ice, and maybe is the end for them for the season 2021. At number 18 with a record of 2-1-0, Arizona Coyotes have a very better week this week. They jump a 2 position. Now they are fighting to stay in the playoff in the West Division. They are chasing by, San Jose, St. Louis over there too. And we'll see what's happening with them. But they have a good week, to be honest with you. 2-1-0. Jacob Chingron have a hat trick. And the team doing well without the two goaltender, Kumper and also Renta. They are hurt. Aaron Hill doing very good with them. Finally, number 17, the New York Rangers, another jump. 4. Rangers always been between 22, 26 most of the year. Another great weeks, 2-0-1. Keep Graham, jumping in the East Division. They're fighting right now, for the Philadelphia Flyers. I don't think so. They make the playoff, to be honest with you. But at the end of the day, we have to give credit what turned around their season. And we'll see how they're going to finish the season also. But they're looking good for the last couple of weeks. Senator Zibanejad have a great month of March, and he's continues what he's doing in April. Maybe the team's going to make a couple of splash left and right during the rest of the season. Number 16, the Philadelphia Flyers. That's the team right now falling apart whatsoever. They win their last game, 1-1-1. And, the team's going to be between 15-20 at the end of the year. The only way they will, to perform a little bit better is the situation with the goaltending. Good for them. Carter Hart have a good game last game, gave only 2 goals. And they lost an OT. But again, I think it's better to see them performing. It will depend all about Brian Elliott, and also Carter Hart. If the Philadelphia Flyers have the better record until the end of the season, maybe have a chance to make it a playoff. Number 15, another team is getting better and better weeks after weeks. Another great weeks for them. 2-1-0. And I think they are 8-2 the last 10 games. Nashville, they go on the ladder higher and higher. They are number 4 right now in the race for the playoff. And for the Chicago Blackhawks, the Dallas Star in the Central Division, they're looking good, to be honest with you. Montreal Canadiens stay at 14, 2-1-0. Lost again, Ottawa Senators, but they beat them also. And they beat the Edmonton Oilers by a score 4-0, and that helping them to stay where they at. Is the team's going to be maybe between 13 and 16 at the end of the year. But now they're getting separate themselves with the Calgary and Vancouver, so they can keep their spot in the playoff number 4 in the North Division. So we'll see happening, but a couple injuries getting to hurt them right now at that situation. But they welcome back Tyler Toffoli this weekend. The Boston Bruins 2-1-0, not too bad this week overall. It's another one. They are right now at the 4th in the East Division, couple of points behind the Pittsburgh Penguins for the 3rd spot, and a couple of points in front of Flyers. So it's a team, a couple of games to play more. But, without Rask and the goaltending, that situation getting a little bit bad. And also possible Alec will be out for a couple of weeks also, or at least a couple of days because of quarantine, COVID-19. So we'll be see what the Boston Bruins going to do the next couple of game this week. The New York Islanders 2-1-0. Coach, you dropped them at 2. But they did not play the level they should play, to be honest with you. Other effect, like Barzell have another great weeks this week. 7.3 game, 3 goals, 4 assists. And I just feel they are not. Varlamov have a really bad stretch for now, 2-3 and 3 point something the last 5 games. So they have to find a way to stay at the top of the East Division. Winnipeg Jet, another one, dropped at 3. It's just other team have better weeks, to be honest with you, this week. So they are 1-1-1, not too bad overall, but, it's a team right now. They're missing a defenseman. They lose Nathan Beaulieu for the rest of the year right now. Heller a little bit struggled recently, but I'm not worried about them. But if they can find that defenseman, this thing going to be dangerous in North Division and to go maybe all the way to the end. The number 10, Pittsburgh, 2-1-0, looking great again. Another week, drop them 1 position because other teams have better weeks, but overall, they're still in number 3 and the East Division fighting to keep that spot in front of Boston Bruins. I don't think so they can reach Islanders and Washington until the end of the season. But again, Sidney Crosby on fire, and they deserve to be in number 10, the top 10 for the first time. Not the first time, but another week for them, very good. The Minnesota Wild, another jump of 2-1-1. This is the best ring game they got for the Hockey National show so far. They beat twice the Vegas Golden Knight last week, and they going to stay 3rd position. I think they were going to finish 3rd. So it will be interesting. Be possible Colorado finish 1st to see Minnesota again go tonight. It could have a big surprise there during the playoff. An amazing great weeks for the Florida Panthers. 4-0-0. Great weeks overall. Unbelievable. Bobrovsky, Drager. They are the top of the Central Division. They are real. They won the last 6 games. Listen, this team is on fire. Is like a rocket right now. Jump at 4. This is the best ranking they got this year, number 8. And they still fighting for the first place after 37 games. So that's amazing what the Panthers did so far with a couple injuries the last couple of weeks. Edmonton Oilers, other teams doing well. They're still number 7. They don't go nowhere. 2-1-0. They lost 4-0 against Montreal. But after that, they get the way to find 2 W's during the weekend. And that's the way they should, they did very well. And again, the Calgary Flames. So McDavid and Dressel doing well. Mike Smith is unbelievable. 13-3-0 so far. And it's amazing the veteran, does for the Oilers right now. Carolina, a so weak. 2-2-0. Struggle a little bit again. Columbus 1 game, but overall not too bad. They dropped a 1 position. They're fighting with the Tampa Bay and the Florida Panthers. They have a very, week. This week will be amazing. They play against Florida Panthers 2 times. We'll see what they're going to play against Florida and see if they can jump in front of them at some point. Tampa Bay is another one, 2-2-0. A very not great weeks for them. So you can see right now with the Panthers at 4-0-0, they give a chance to, catch back with them, and then the both of them struggle a bit this week. It's rare. Both of them have a 2-2-0. but I'm not worried about them. They are Central Division. They are the best three team in this division, and I know they will come back where they are. It's just interesting with if one of the two teams going to do something before the deadline and NHL the trade deadline next week. Vegas are difficult weeks is rare. They got not 500, 1, 2, and 1. So coach is 500, but at my point, they don't get more win. Not it's another team like Tampa Bay, Carolina have a difficult week. They lost 2 times against Minnesota, and I dropped them at one spot. They was number 3. There's always been at the top 4 and since the beginning of the year and the ranking, power ranking for the Hockey Nation Live Show. I'm not worried about them, but still, Leonard is back in the lineup. Petrangelo is back also with them, so I think they will find a way to get there for sure. So I'm not worried about the Vegas Golden Knight. Number 3, the Washington Capitals, 2-2-0, another team at the top of the division, have not a great weeks. Like the Islanders, you can see the top 6 team have not a great weeks this week. 500 only for 2-2 Washington. They dropped a 2. They was the number 1 last week. We have to drop them because they cannot stay at the top number 1 because they did not perform very well. But again, they are sit at the top like the Toronto Maple Leafs. They are the top of their own division. And Toronto have a great week, 3-0-1. After a couple of games, they struggled. A couple like 10 days ago, they came back right now with strong 4 game. And they are on fire. Wayne Simon is back in the lineup. The only thing they have in front of the net right now is they don't play with Frederick Anderson. But Jake Campbell have won his first 8 game and in the season right now. 8-0-0 is unbelievable what he does for the Toronto Maple Leafs. This situation with him performing like that would maybe change the way where maybe Toronto is not going to trade or looking for the goaltender for finish the season. So will be interesting what the Toronto is going to do. But right now we have to give credit for Campbell, and Matthews is on fire right now. He found a way now after he did not score about for 5-6 games. Now he scored almost every game, maybe sometimes 2 per game. So it's the players we need to watch. And finally, the number 1 for week number 11 for the Hockey Nation Live Show Power Ranking by your coach, Coach Frenchy, are the Colorado Avalanche. And boom, 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 boom. 4-0-0. Another great weeks for them. They jump off a 2 spot. They are on fire. They are number 1 on the West Division. They find a way right now. McKinnon looking great. Philip Grober is unbelievable in front of the net. Rantanen is doing great. This team is honestly one of the top. I put them to win the Stanley Cup, but be honest with you, this is a team I'm pretty sure they're going to go far this year. And not be surprised if they are the final the Stanley Cup and maybe win the Stanley Cup. So will be interesting. But right now, the Colorado Avalanche, the last 4 weeks, they are maybe the best team in NHL. Hey, that's conclude our Power Ranking weekly number 11 for the Hockey Nation Live Show by your coach, Coach Frenchy. And finally, before we leave, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel under Hockey Nation Live Show. And Hockey Nation fans, remember, you have what? Greatness inside of you. Have an amazing, great week, everybody. Look forward to see you next Monday.